So I was procrastinating this week and being real lazy, but I decided that I should probably film this. So, welcome to week 2 of my acting journey. I haven't done nothing. I haven't done nothing. I was so burnt out from last week. I had like 3 auditions and had acting consultations and I did uh what is it? The coaching to like work on my audition so I can turn in really good stuff. And I submit like 3 auditions in like 3 days and I was burnt out, okay? Cuz I went from not auditioning at all to like doing 3 auditions in 3 days. And if you don't know, as an actor, like if you don't know me or know me as I'm an actor, and you are joining me on my acting journey, and the thing you don't realize is that most self tapes are memorized. It's very rare that they let you do a cold read for an audition, especially a self tape. So you kind of have to already know all your lines, and it is kind of it's a lot to remember a bunch of different dialogue in the span of 3 days, especially when there's a time crunch. Because even though they're not allowed to say there's a time crunch, but there's a time crunch. Like, it's just like, if they send you an audition and it's due, let's say it's Monday, and the audition's due on Friday, the actual due date is Tuesday. Even though they won't say it, and legally they're not allowed to do that anymore, like for SAG projects at least, you have to give them at least 4 days to turn in the audition and fairly judge it. But if someone on the first day comes in and turns in a beautiful audition and they like it, they're not gonna sit around and just be like, they're just gonna book them on the spot. Like, that's just how it is. It's first come, first serve, you know? So I had to get those auditions in as soon as I got them. Like, I was getting them either the next day or sometimes the day of. I sent in an audition literally an hour after they gave me the audition. And that was only because I was filming another audition at the same time. And I asked the taping coach if she would let me do both. And she said yes. Really awesome and really sweet of her, because normally I don't think they allow that. But I think I was also having kind of issues that week with their company specifically due to scheduling conflicts. So I think they're more lax with me adding in another audition in there, a 2-for-1, if you will. But yeah, I really appreciate that for them, because like, bruh, I was shelling out a lot of money I don't really, I mean, I have, but like, I'm not in the best place to spend that much money all at once. But you know, like, it is what it is. And it's not that I'm like in a bad place financially, it's just more or less me being frugal and learning to work on the fact that I need to invest in myself in certain things, which means spending more money on the things that more high quality stuff. Like, stop buying crappy things that will break apart and you have to buy again faster, and just buy a really expensive thing and it'll last for like years on end. Same thing goes with acting consultations. Like, yeah, it's going to be expensive in the beginning, but one day it won't matter because your career's going to be on and popping. Like, it's just like, if you put enough effort and work, you can make it in the industry. You might not be an A-list actor, but you'll make it. Like, it's just like, because eventually enough people are going to see you and they're going to be like, I've been seeing this person around for years. I love their acting skills. I love their personality. It's just there wasn't a role right for them. And then all of a sudden they get a casting and they're just like, oh, wow, this is perfect for this person. I'm just going to email their representation and let them know that the part is theirs if they want it. Like, it may not happen to everybody, but I have heard a few actors that has happened to them. Sorry, words are difficult. But that's kind of how the industry works. It's just you work hard, and then eventually you luck out. That's pretty much it. I mean, look at the Penelope Featherington. Her name is I can't say her name. I know it's Nicola, but I don't know how to say her last name. She didn't get her big break until she was in her early 30s. Like, And she's been acting for years, but like she wasn't getting any big auditions, and then bam, she got Derry Girls, and then she got Bridgerton. I don't know which one came first. It was either Derry Girls or Bridgerton, one of the two. Quinta Brunson, she was on YouTube for years, and I mean, she was working for a conglomerate like BuzzFeed, but she wasn't like, it was kind of like, you know, it was a big company though, and she was one of the faces of BuzzFeed for a long time, but you know, then she disappeared for a couple years. Little did you know, she was writing on shows, and then she got herself on Black Sketch Lady Comedy. I don't remember the name of the show. And then she got her own show, and now she won an Emmy, or multiple Emmys. Excuse me, by the way. Multiple Emmys. Like, it's just like, you never know what is gonna be your big break. So you just have to keep working hard. That being said, when you're feeling burnt out, take a break, because they don't want no crummy auditions. So don't submit yourself if you don't feel capable of submitting the audition. Now, if you have an agent, you're just gonna have to pull it together, right? You're just gonna have to pull it together. Even if you feel burnt out, pull it together, because they're putting you out there and this is your job. I personally have the luxury where I'm not getting much work from my agent right now, so I can choose when I want to submit myself for projects and when I don't. Not many people have that luxury as actors. Some people don't even know where to begin. And let me know down below if you guys want me to talk about what I did to get to where I am right now. Because I'm not like exactly, I'm still an amateur. Like, I'm still considered an amateur, but I have been learning about the industry for a long time and trying to find a way to get into the inner circle of the industry. So I do have some knowledge. I'm not like an expert or anything, but I can give you my experience and how I got to this point, and maybe that'll help you along with your journey. So that's my update for week 2. I'm gonna try to keep this series going, but I am a lazy person, and it is hard for me to hold myself accountable when it comes to like social media and stuff, because the best I can do is post once a week, and I'm trying to post at least 3 times a week. It's not really panning out the way I want it to, because the amount of mental bandwidth I have is very minimal right now. So it's just like, luckily I backlogged a lot of videos before I graduated, and so I'm just still trying to equalize myself after all of that. But thank y'all for watching. Bye.